and every holy Prophet, how much Allah is bringing the celebration for the Milad al-Nabi and everything is an expression of love and celebration for the reality of Prophet. Allah made the earth to be beautiful because His holy Prophet would be walking upon this earth, made the flowers to give a fragrance and a expression of love when they hit the warmth of the sun as a reality of the fragrance of love. That when you love the Divine and love the prophetic reality, how much the fragrance of the Divine opens within the heart and the soul of people. And it's so important that to understand our power and our ability, that all of these talks of energies and realities and the talks of manifestation. If we go about our life continuously thinking negative, thinking, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that, you are a very powerful creation. And as a result of that you begin to make an intention, a dangerous intention within the self that begins to manifest these energies, and those energies actually make the person sick, make their destiny to be bad, make all the actions, all the negativity to begin to manifest. And if we're understanding anything from the tariqah, it's about the immense love, that you have to be in control of this energy, in control of the intention, and all of the power that Allah is describing through the tariqahs of what Allah gave to us of an ability. That we make an intention towards goodness, we make an intention towards Divinely light and Divinely love, we make an intention that we want to be, because every action its intention is most powerful. The intention is what sets all of the energy of that creation now to produce and to manifest that reality. So the best of intentions, the cleanest of intentions, I want to be with the Prophets because God loved the Prophets. And the Prophet that I want to be with is the Prophet that I've learned from and understand. I want to be in the presence of Sayyidi Muhammad, and as he taught me about the lives of all the Prophets, that becomes our intention in this way of love. As a result, the power that God has given to us with the power of faith, we begin to manifest our path. And that's what tawassul bil-haqqi wa tawassul bis-sabr. Make your path and your way based on truth, and have patience and dedication so that the path can begin to open for the servant and begin to understand what their path is. But if you make your path all negativity, all darkness, all badness, everything, I'm sick, oh this is like this, you're making that path and you're making and allowing that to manifest, and that's the danger. So that's why then the guidance is always so clear about Divine love, Divine ishq, about the prophetic reality. The best of examples, because we have to have an example in life. That, my Lord, I'm asking with intention not just to be good, I don't know who's the standard of good, but I want to be good like Sayyidina Muhammad, beatific character, beatific love, beatific grace, the love that you have for your prophetic reality, that make that to be addressed and a blessing upon myself. As we live a life with that manifestation, your path begins to open, and the beauty and the magnificent power of that path. And that's what we're trying to convey with these teachings and the portals and manifestation, is that you make an intention, educate and learn from these realities, and God gives you the power for that to manifest. As a result, it becomes a doorway for yourself, step in and move into that reality. And the greatest of doorways and the greatest of mountains of realities is the love of the prophetic reality, the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. So Allah gives us this opportunity in Rabbil Awwal, that is Allah is celebrating and the atmosphere of celebration and lights and love and Divine grace, because God wanted to be known by His prophetic reality. The face of God are the realities of the Prophets, because we said that everything is based on the face. If our whole life is just to emulate the reality of the Prophets, and the Prophets' realities have to do with the submission of the Holy Face, and they represent the face of the Divine, and that was their grace and their beauty and their nearness to Allah. And those who loved them, they loved the Divine face, and as a result they draw near to the Divinely Presence because they represent God's hearing. Remember in Hadithul Qudsi that when you come to me with all your mandatory prayers, you've done everything God has asked of you, and then you begin to come towards me through your voluntary worship, going and doing extraordinary acts of worship, feeding, giving, doing, serving, being kind to people and creatures. That's a Divine grace. And what God's promise, when you do good and act good, I'll become the hearing in which you hear, I'll become the seeing in which you see, I'll become the breath in which you breathe, I'll become the hands in which you touch, I'll become the feet in which you move. Means God takes over our senses, Allah is taking over our senses, and the most powerful of them is then the holy face. That's what makes the Prophets, is that their ears submit for God, their eyes submit for God, their breath and their talk and their speech and their guidance is for Allah, and every breath they take is a breath of power. So that's the inheritance that the Prophets have left for us, is that make your face like a prophetic reality. Submit the ears, submit the eyes, submit the breath and the energy, so that one can perfect themselves and lead a life of goodness and kindness, inshaAllah. Brethren,